Alright guys, how's it going? It's ThePhantomRawr, and I'm going to show you how to install Pcsx2, which is a PlayStation 2 emulator. I'm going to show you how to patch it with the 4.0 or the 4 GB patch, which makes every game run a lot smoother. I'm going to show you how to install games, and I'm going to show you how to set up a controller. So I'm just going to pretty much show you everything on how to do this. So first thing you're going to want to do is, these links are going to be in the description, by the way. This is the download page. I'm using Windows, clearly. So what you're going to want to do is download that from Windows. I have all my files already downloaded anyways. So you download, you click that, go to, or if you're using Windows, you click that, go to this. You'd hit download the standalone installer, which we just download 1.2.1, and then you're going to want to download this the 4 GB patch, which you just click on that or this, and then it'll start downloading. So now I'm going to show you what to do from there once you have those downloaded. So once you have the setup downloaded, you make a loud noise, and you get this little thing once you run it as an admin. I suggest not messing with any of this. It doesn't really matter. So just hit next. Instead of having it sent to program files, you're going to want to send it straight to your desktop. It just makes everything a lot easier, like putting in games and just finding the files. So we're going to do that. Install. See everything. Alright, so that's done. So the files are now right here. Get this apart. Alright, so now when you run this, you're going to get a first time configuration thing. Leave that system default, go to next. Don't want to mess with any of that. You're just going to continue on, and then it's going to have you select a BIOS. I can't give you a BIOS, so you're going to have to look online to get one. Just take it, put it into the file that pops up with there. I need to make this a little bit bigger. And then just extract it to there. Then you're going to have a BIOS. So then you're going to not use default, go to browse, going to go to desktop, you're going to open up that and then click BIOS. And then it's going to show you all these depending on what type of ISO you're trying to play. Depends on what version of the BIOS you're going to have to use. But for this example, I'm using USA games, so we're going to just use that. So click finish. It's going to say everything loaded successfully. So then from here, what we want to do is we want to So from here, we're going to actually just patch this. So we're going to open up the patch for, well, that opened up big. Go away, WinRAR. Going to open up this patch file. Just launch this. Be a very loud noise again. And then you're going to want to click on the exe, the application file, and then hit open. Then this little thing's going to pop up. It's going to say executive successfully patched. You're just going to hit OK. Then you're done with that. You don't need that anymore. Alright, and then so then now you want to open this back up. Now this is running on 4 gigs of RAM instead of 2, which makes games run much smoother. Go into your video settings, go to plugin settings. With most, or at least with, I have an NVIDIA, so I'm going to use that as my adapter. Pretty much, if you have a graphics card, you want to be using the Direct 3D 11, and these are going to be the two that you probably use the most. It's going to be hardware and software. I'm going to show you 2 examples of games that run on hardware. One that runs on hardware, and one that runs on software, but I'm going to set this up as software for now, because the game I'm going to show you is going to have software. Then you're going to want to go to audio, plugin settings. Now your audio is not going to work unless you set this to 2. And then I turn this down so when you start this you don't blow out your freaking eardrums because it's loud as hell. So then you just hit OK. And then now we're going to get to the more confusing part, which is the controller. So we're going to hit plugin settings. So I'm using an Xbox One controller, and you can see that down here. So if it says DX controller, you don't want to use any X input. So you're going to take that off, and then see how it has X. I can do this and numbers change and whatnot. But then when I start this up without touching my controller, you see how it has 0.5 values on some of these. That means that your controller is going to wander, as I like to say. So I'm going to show you how to fix that as well. So grab your controller. Mine's already plugged in. I just let it download the regular drivers, didn't mess with anything. So you go to gamepad 1. So with the analog stick, up, down, left, right analog stick, up, down, left, right. Now I'm going to stop here and I'm going to show you how to fix the wander, or whatever. I'm going to show you how to fix the dead zones, which keep it from wandering. So it was at a 0.5 or 0.500. So you want to take this and you want to set it straight to 5.5 or 505. Which basically means that your dead zone's bigger than what it's putting out, and it's a little bigger than what it's putting out. So it's not going to ruin any of the controller. I've already tested this all before. I uninstalled it and got rid of everything before I started this. This video. So there we go. Alright, so we're going to get all of these to 5 or 0.505. And then this works for 360 and Xbox One controllers. I couldn't get Motion Joy to work to use a PS2 controller, or no, not PS2, PS3 or PS4 controller to work. So now that after you have all that set up, you can just set these like you would normally. So square on Xbox is X, cross is A, triangle, circle, start, select, up, down, left, right, L1, R2, L3. I'm already fucking up my words, but whatever. The reason I'm making this too is because it took me like 3 days to figure this out, and I couldn't find any good videos on it, so I figured I'd use my recording software and show everybody how to do it. So you want to hit apply and then OK. And then you're going to want to go over to CDVD, go to no disk, and then just run it. And see how you have sound. I'm not sure how loud it is for you, but it's extremely loud for me. So it's in not English, so we're gonna fix that really quick. It's in Spanish, English. There we go. So we're gonna do that. You can set the time, and it'll actually keep it for. I already set it apparently. Weird. Alright, so kept the time, so you can set this, it keeps it, and then what you're going to want to do is go into your browser. Then you're going to want to go to your memory card. And it's going to say it's unformatted. Do you want to, do you want to format now? You can hit yes, let it format, no data. And then just do it to both of them. There's no point in not having them both formatted. It just gives you double memory space. So then that's all formatted. So your memory cards will now save and work. So now what you're going to want to do is just X out of that and then just hit shut down on that, which just closes the emulator. This is pretty much just a command. Just say command window. Alright. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download a game. So there are two websites that I like to use. One is coolroms.com. You're going to want to go to emulator and then PS2. Or not emulator, you're going to want to go to ROM and then PS2. Silly me. And then, you find what games you want, or you can go to, what is it? What was the one that I was just using? Not that. crap, I absolutely forgot the name of that one. I'm not even going to edit this out. You can look. Alright, so we'll just go into my history. Where the hell is it? There it is. Emu Paradise, which is another good place. So with cool ROMs, I'm gonna show you how to download something something smaller, I guess. Whatever. We'll just do crap, I don't know which one I should do, but we'll just do Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So when you're downloading this, you're gonna want to not click this one. You may get a virus if you click this one. You want to do the alternative link, which is going to bring up a little window. I have ad blocker on, so it's not going to show you any ads. But what you want to do is just pause your ad blocker, download this, and it's going to say, actually, I'll just show you. So I'm going to pause my ad blocker, click download with the alternative link. It's going to load this Toyota Camry, which Toyotas are horrible. No, it's all depending on what you let. You're going to want to hit download your file. It's going to start downloading. I'm going to let that download, but I'm not going to use this. But this is how you download off of Cool ROM. And then to download off of Emu Paradise, you're going to want to go to, where is it? Where is it? I guarantee you I looked right at it. And whatever, you just search what you want. Let's just do yeah, there you go. Champions of, no, I wanted the other one. Oops. So we'll do Champions of Norath, Return to Arms. I'm clearly not going to download this whole thing here. I'm just showing you how to do a basic download for pretty much games on these sites that I like to use. I need to unpause my ad blocker to get rid of these ads. I mean, One Piece is cool and all, but alright, so you're going to want to click download link. It's going to bring you down here. You're going to click download Champions of Norath, and then you're going to scroll down. It's going to have you put in a code the first time, like just to verify that you're human, and then you're going to click this, and then the download's going to pop up. This is going to take 10 minutes apparently. Alright, so that's that. Those are two sites you can get it off of. I will have both the main page sites, both of these sites in the description as well. So we'll minimize this. So now I'm going to show you how to get the iOS or the ISO files onto here. So I have these two games pre-downloaded. One of these requires the software, the one of them requires the hardware in the video settings. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, drag these both in here, open this up, and then you're going to want to just extract here. Just let that go. It shouldn't take too long. I actually have the iOS already extracted on my other screen, but so with the Champions of Norath, I'm just going to bring that over. Just take that, drop that in here. Alright, so there, now those are both the iOS aren't, and those are good. So we're gonna open this back up again. You're gonna go to your CD/DVD, select it to iOS, and then your iOS selector, you're gonna hit browse. You're going to go to desktop if you're following the way that I'm doing it, and then you have your two iOS games right here. So you're gonna do open, which now puts it in a little drop bar right there, so I'm just going to grab the other one as well. So now I'm going to do Champions of Norath, and then I'm going to do System, and then I'm going to do, actually, alright, well first I'm going to go into my emulator settings, and then I'm just going to change this. This is the window setting. I'm just changing this to fit to the screen. I'm disabling speed hacks. Actually, I'm going to make sure all of these are unchecked. Just me that does this. I'm going to uncheck all of those. I have mine set to I have both of these set to extra, which is just the next step up, but that's just because my computer can handle it. Just normally just set it to default. Actually, I'll just set it to default and don't normally mess with this stuff. This is all fine. This is just some recompiler options. You don't need to worry about these. Just set those to default. Leave those alone. Just change that if you want to just be able to play it full screen, and then I turn off speed hacks because it can slow down. It can glitch, break your audio, and mess with it. So I'm just going to hit apply and OK. So now we're going to run this. Alright, so that is nice and loud. So we're going to turn that down over here. So you can see that I have audio. I'm getting, I probably shouldn't make that as big. So this loads. If you don't set it the way I have it with the config file, so I'll put this side by side so you can see this. If you don't have this, if you don't have your video settings set to this on this game, it will, I'll show you. So if I set this to hardware on this one and hit OK, you're gonna get this half screen frozen thing. So with this, you gotta have it on software. And then, if your game looks crappy on software, change it to hardware. If it looks bad on hardware, is messing up, change it to software. So we're gonna do this. Select my memory card because my controller works. There's no data present. Yes, let's download this. It's complete. So now that we see that it's loading, there's no texture bugs, which if you didn't use the 4 GB patch, you'd have texture bugs and everything would be messy. You're gonna have a little bit of audio stuttering like you might hear now, but that's better than nothing. So that's pretty much how you set that up. And now I'm going to show you what happens when you try to run Shadows of the Colossus. I'm going to swap the disk. Alright, so now we're going to reboot this. We swapped the disk, so now it's going to run Shadows of the Colossus instead. So now that this is running, you're going to let this go. Let it load. Now I'm getting like 60 frames per second loading, and then cutscenes, it drops off. I forgot how I had that set earlier, but apparently I am. So like right now this is kind of laggy. We'll go into the game and I'll show you how software looks terrible on this game. So you might notice that my frames per second will drop off the map. So this game looks like really laggy, really stuttery. I'll click over and the audio is really slow. It sounds terrible. So what you want to do is you want to go to your config, go to your video, then change this to hardware. Don't need to mess with anything. Just, turning that off. I normally have that off. So just leave that the way it is. And there you go. Now it loads. Now it looks much better. Now everything looks good. Everything works. So what else do we need to know? Alright, so that works. Now I'm just going to go through all my configuration files again. Just make sure that's shut off. I'm going to go through all my configuration files and just make sure everything is correct and good. So these should just be set like this for you. For me it's different. I have a pretty decent computer. If you disable speed hacks, it keeps it from going super slow. With this, I have it set to full screen, and then just when you start it, you can just adjust the screen as is. And then game fixes, you don't need to do anything to. So I'm gonna hit cancel. You'd hit apply, and then with what else do we need? So audio, you're gonna want to have it like, where did I have it at? So yeah, you just want to have it like this. Everything should work fine. I believe I had that set differently, but that's fine for now. Everything looks good. Alright, so that's all set. So now next we're going to go to these are fine, that's fine. Your controller, like I said, you want to have this disabled if it says DX controller, and just make sure it still works, and then leave everything else the same. So now we're going to X out of that, and then what else do we have? Oh, that looks like it's pretty much it. I pretty much just showed you how to set everything up. So if you just follow these instructions, you will be able to use this emulator. Like I said before, all the links and stuff will be in the description. You will have to find your own BIOS file because I can't give that to you. And then other than that, guys, have fun playing your PS2 games, and I will talk to you later.